G'day fellow moto vloggers, Van and Ev on Zomoki, the Suzuki Bandit. Yes, on this Friday evening with daylight saving, stuffing my body clock. Does it stuff your body clock up? I think it does more than it used to. Whether it's because I'm older or what, but I've talked to a couple of other people about it. Some seem to say no, it means nothing to me, and some say yeah, it stuffed my body clock up, but it's mainly the peoples that are retired and probably don't work anymore. Maybe it's that, I don't know. But to be quite honest, I could do without it. I think I remember I used to sort of look forward to daylight saving. Give you an extra hour of light to do things at home after work. So it is possible that it is something to do with my age. Some states here don't have daylight savings, some do, so that to me stuffs the country up a little bit. Like for instance, Queensland don't have daylight saving, which means we're half an hour ahead of them when we should be half an hour behind them. So if it's 5 o'clock here, it should be 5:30 in Queensland. But no, it's not. But anyway, that's the way it goes. And I just thought I'd bring that up while I was thinking of it. I'm going home a different way tonight. Going home the back way because it's such a lovely evening. It's worth a ride out, a little bit longer ride out. Something I have noticed with this particular bike, for one thing, it holds a litre of fuel less than my old bike, Ruby, and I've worked it out. It's probably more than likely has something to do with the fuel pump, etc. inside the tank. I think the tank's about the same size and all that, but because there's a fuel pump in there, it doesn't hold as much fuel. There's not as much room in there because Ruby didn't have a fuel pump. It was gravity fed. So to speak. Also, another thing I've noticed too, that it's got the 6 bars for the fuel, on the clocks here. If you have a look, if you can see that, and the first bar turns off or disappears within about 60 kilometres. So Ruby used to go a lot further before it went down 1 bar on the fuel gauge in the dash, and it fools you a little bit because you think, oh gee, I might have to put more fuel in it very, very soon. And I normally, when I put fuel in, I have a look, see how many kilometres I've done and how many litres I've used and work it out. And Ruby was around about 1 to 1.5 kilometres better on fuel than this particular bike, and this is fuel injected, but it's certainly not running rich or anything like that. So whether it's because the motor is slightly bigger, or the bike is I believe about 20 kilos heavier than Ruby was, this particular one, dry weight. I'm not 100% sure, but Ruby was getting about 17 kilometres to the litre, and this bike gets about 16 kilometres to the litre, which isn't a great deal, but over a tank of 20 litres, that's 20 kilometres, and probably over time that all adds up. But having said that, 16 is still not too bad, because my previous bike to Ruby was a 1998 Honda 750, and that used to be about 16 kilometres to the litre. So yeah, haven't really gone backwards in that respect, but it must be something that this bike, maybe I'm riding it a bit harder than I did Ruby, I'm not sure. Maybe I'm giving a bit more throttle because of the extra power this thing's got to what Ruby had. Who knows, maybe it's me giving it a bit more throttle. But anyway, not to worry. 1 kilometre is 1 kilometre, but I've worked out it would do around about the 300 to 310 kilometres on a tank of fuel around town. In the country I haven't really taken it for a run yet, which I will do. We'll see how it goes then. So anyway, Bandit Nev on Sammoki, the Suzuki Bandit, bidding you all a very, very, very safe riding, and until next time, cheers for now. Okay, I'm off now.